Hello everybody, Shane1288 here with your weekly RuneScape Byte for Monday, June 10th, 2019. This week brings the smithing quality of life changes into game, and we're about 6 months out from the initial release of the mining and smithing rework, and some of us here at RSBANDB Update and RSBANDB have called it the best update ever. So let's have a look at what was brought into game this week in order to help the smithing side of the equation, or so we think. Smithing has been made more AFKable, and what this effectively means is that you're now able to have multiple unfinished items at once. So for example, if you wanted to have an Elder Rune two-handed sword and an Elder Rune plate body ready to go at the same time, you could, and then once you finish one, you would move right on to the next one. And this is another of the new features that was brought into game this week. Also, the amount of progress that you get per swing from when you have no heat, low, and medium heat has been increased in order to speed up smithing on the whole. Then we also see some new items added to the smithing skill, included upgraded armor spikes. These new armor spikes have a 10% chance to deal 10 times the damage of regular spikes, and to craft upgraded armor spikes you'll need 1,000 original armor spikes and a concentrated alloy bar. Keep this in mind as we move forward with this update. We also get the upgraded auto heater this week, which will reheat your items to 60% heat when the heat reaches 0%, and this will cost you 50 coal each time it heats your items, and the upgraded auto heater is available from the Dungeoneering reward store for 40,000 Dungeoneering tokens. Also this week you can add spikes to your trimmed masterwork armor for 1 glorious bar per item. Then we also have some much anticipated changes to the drop tables for Telos and God Wars Dungeon 2. For Telos, runestone spirits have been replaced by small bladed rune salvage, and the adamantite stone spirits have been replaced by runestone spirits, which are of course more valuable. In God Wars Dungeon 2 in general, the frequency of necrite and phasmatite stone spirits has been reduced across all of the God Wars Dungeon 2 bosses. So what's the point of these updates? It's ultimately to make ore and mining more valuable. Jagex has long said that they could tinker with mining and change the way that ore comes into game, or they could tinker with stone spirits, which they did, or they could make smithing more appealing. And what they did is they indeed did make smithing more appealing by making it more AFK friendly, and they also added uses for concentrated alloy and glorious bars. Then we also have, of course, the small change as well for Telos and God Wars Dungeon 2, but we'll be watching all of this moving forward on an ongoing basis. And now on to the patch notes. The Ring of Forging will now work when smelting ore stored in an ore box. Various existing skilling outfits, including the factory outfit and XP boosting outfits, now have set effect tooltips. Various combat equipment sets now have set effects listed in their tooltips. Depositing an item in your box with the bank search prompt open will no longer cause the search box to close. Players who had a full tool belt and weren't having the Get Tooled Up achievement unlocked will now find that they have it unlocked on next login, and this was a strange edge case due to the One Small Favor quest. And finally, the Invention Materials window has been made into an overlay, meaning you can disassemble your items and see the interface update in real time. And for mobile players, you can now tap on an Invention Material to get a full description of said material. And this change is something that people have wanted ever since Invention arrived, so it's nice to finally see it here. That's it for the weekly Byte, but before we go, I'll just remind everybody that you can join us in-game at Friends Chat BitsBytes, and you can also sign up for our divination skill of the month at rsbnb.com/skotm, or you can find the link in the description below. If you found this video at all useful, like and subscribe, and we'll see you this weekend for another episode of RSBANDB Update.